I don't believe this. This is okay. Let's go. Let's get started. This is another level. Okay. Two Rabbeinu, one Shiur. This is like wow. I have to ignore this thing because it's gonna be very nervous. Okay, ready to get started? Okay, Malachim Aleph, Perek Aleph. Let's start on Malachim. Let's read Yehuda Melech. So the first question is who wrote Malachim? So it was written by Yomi. Okay, Yomi wrote Malachim, and Malachim pretty much brings the life of Shlomo HaMelech. Right now, it's the end of the life of Dovid HaMelech. I'm going to switch over to Shlomo soon. Today's Perek is pretty much the end of his life, and we're going to hear just what happens at the end of his life. At this point, Shlomo HaMelech is 12 years old. So to understand, he's a young person, 12 years old. And okay, let's get started. Pasuk starts off HaMelech David Zakim Bava Yomim. This is Yochanan Haftarah. So Dovid HaMelech is old. So he tries to get warm with clothing, but it's not warming him. What happened over here? So the Gemara says in Rashi, Amar V'Seino Kom Mevazim Begadim Einoi Nene Mehem L'Soif. Anyone Mevazim Begadim, at the end, that thing that you mevazim is not going to help you. So Dovid HaMelech Shafisha Kara as Kaf Miel Shol. Since David, when in the story of David Shol, he cut the corner of his beged. So now at the end of his life, he's cold. He's freezing cold, and clothing is not going to keep him warm. Okay, that's one shot. And when Rashi brings the second shot, the reason why it didn't warm up because what happened was when we had at the end of Shmuel Beis, we just had a story that the Malachim was standing over Shalayim, and it was he was killing everybody. So Dovid HaMelech saw it, he got so scared, he got fear, and he became cold, and it's, I guess it might be also with old age. I'm not sure why. Whatever it was, he got so scared, and he got the chills. And so once he got that, he couldn't warm up from that. Anyways, so Dovid HaMelech is old, and he's at the end of his life, and he's free, and clothing is not keeping him warm. So what does he do? The Yomi Loy Avodav. The servant said to them, they said you should get a nar basula, but he like sekainas, and you should get a girl, a basula, and she should lie in your lap, and she'll keep you warm. So Dovid HaMelech, he's getting this girl, and she's gonna keep him warm, and she's gonna keep him warm. Now, a couple points here. So first of all, the idea that first of all, why did he marry her? Why is he getting her warmer? He should marry her. So the Gemara says that he had already 18 wives, and a Melech can't have more than 18 wives. So because of that, she could just be his warmer. Now, why Basula? So still alive? Possibly. Which wasn't it from the... No, so what's that? So the idea of a basula has warmer blood. And that's another reason. I think Rashi brings down also the reason why he didn't marry her is because if you marry her, she'd be a ba'ula. And the whole idea is a basula has warmer blood to keep him warm. Okay? It's two different. Otherwise, he had 18 wives. Yeah. So one idea is they can't have another wife, so he should divorce one wife to get her. No, that's. But the point. The idea is. Exactly. The point is you want someone. He did not have any relations with her. Just someone to keep him warm. Now the chayyur should be also because yicha penuya, because we had it earlier in the story of Amnon, and right, we had the story with Amnon, and we said, and what happened was Avshalom, Tamar and Amnon. We said over there that how to do yichud. We said that it was much to do yichud, but from that good story earlier, we said that the yichud penuya is also. So how did Dovid HaMelech do it? Yichud penuya. So we said, well, here's a tzarich. He for no particular reason, but here's a tzarich, and whatever it was, he didn't marry her. It's hard to really give a good shot, but that's what he did. Okay. Anyways, so pasuk gimel yaksheyu nar basula. So they look for a nar basula. B'chol Yisrael. They found this isha as Avishag Hashanamis. Okay, they found this lady Avishag Hashanamis, and they brought her to the Melech. Now this lady by Naira Yafa Adma, she's very very beautiful. The Melech Kenas, the Tisher Sehu. She served him a Melech Yada. But the Melech did not have any relations with her. She stayed, like I said, based on the Mars and Hedron, she stayed. The idea is, like we said, that a basula has warmer blood, so he kept with her just to stay warm. Okay. Now's another story that happened at the same time. Adoniyahu ben Chagis Misnasi Leimar. So now there's a person named Adoniyahu. It's really Adoniyahu, and he decided now he wants to come to Melech because he figured Dovid HaMelech is dying. We'll see also when the Gemara says that the idea is that he was also The idea was that he was also very beautiful. We'll see in a second. But anyway, so let's just get the pasuk. He said, "I want to be the king." He was right, but
son of David.
He was a son, but we know it. Give me a second. He said, "I want to be king." Yasloi Melch Prashim, and he got Prashim, Chamishim, Ish Ratzul. He got 50 people running in front of him. The same idea we had earlier by Avshalom. By Avshalom, we said the same thing, that he said he wants to be the Melech. He wants to start a rebellion. What did he do? He got the Prashim, but that was the way kings went those days. Okay. Now, this is interesting. Possibly, like Atzvu Aviv Miyam of Lamar, his father, which was David, he never gave him. He never made him upset his whole life, saying, "Matua kacha asisa, why you do this and this?" So v'gam hu taiva v'tayv ma'od v'ayisa yada achev sham.
Never disciplined.
Right. The father David never gave him the discipline, so he figured, okay, whatever he does is right. He was a big tzaddik, and therefore he figured that he'll get away with this one too. And he said, "I want to be the Melech." Now, really, we know already that Shlomo was supposed to be the Melech. Okay, so he knew that too. So he wanted to be the Melech. So he decided, I'll make myself the Melech. I'll be the king. And David, anyways, is old. He won't chap. Maybe he kind of figured. And yeah. Now, Chaim Kanievsky, very interesting. It says over here that it says like this. It says that Adoniyahu was taka big tzaddik, but a father should always give mussar to his son. He should always find something he does wrong. Because if you don't find anything wrong, then what happens is it's always good to get a little mussar. Even you should always find something. Just an interesting point. Okay. So again, Adoniyahu goes ahead and he has 50. He has the Recha Prashim, right? That's right in front of him. Okay, and he said, "I do a kacha asisa v'gam." Okay, and also Pasuk says he was very, very beautiful, and that's also part of the reason why he figured he should be the king, because he was good looking. But what that means, by the way, is a few pshatim, but the simple pshat is that he'll. Okay, let's just say that he will be like Avshalom. That the same idea exactly that the same way Avshalom became whatever. Now he's next in line, and it shouldn't be Shlomo. He felt that he should be the next king. Now, Yoav and Yoav and Surya and Babesa Akayin, he went ahead and he told this plan to who? Yoav and Evyasar and they followed him. So there's two camps over here. We have the camp of Yoav, Evyasar, and they were together with Adoniyahu. And the pshat in that is because we know Yoav and David, they weren't so good together. Even though Yoav was David's general, but we know what happened was since Yoav killed a few generals, killed Avner, he killed Asal, and he also killed a bunch of. The David wasn't so pleased over that. It's interesting. He wasn't not happy with the fact that he killed Avshalom. That's not one of the reasons. But the fact that he killed him, Mashiach Hashem, so they had to go to the point that Dovid HaMelech even took Yoav off for a little bit and he made a new general, right? Anyways, so this camp, the Adoniyahu wanted to get the people that he figured that the people that are not necessarily with David, he wanted to get those people on his side, and the idea is, if he gets them on his side, then later, if he becomes the king, then they'll be in good hands. So he wanted to get Yoav, he wanted to get Evyasar. I know why Evyasar, because we know also in the story, Evyasar lost the Ruach Kodesh, and we pointed Tzaddik HaKohen instead. Same idea. So he took those people to be on his camp. Okay? Okay. So Adoniyahu has Evyasar and he has Yoav. Okay. Now Tzaddik HaKohen and Yoav and Yada, Nasan HaNavi, V'shimi Megeira, V'shimi V'rei, Agibayim, Ashal David, Lo Yadam Adoniyahu. They didn't know what's going on. So he told basically he made a whole party, and we'll see soon. But he basically decided to become the Melech, and he brought it with Yoav and Evyasar. But the other people he kept secret. He didn't tell them. Now what did he do? Adoniyahu. He goes ahead. Yizbach Adoniyahu. It's interesting how it switches over here to Adoniyahu. He makes a carbon. Tzai Baka Mari. In Evans Zecheles. Okay. Asher Eitzel Ein Regel, and the place. I think Ein Regel is the place we had earlier, where when they're running away. Right? When David was running from Har Zaysim, I think. So we had over there. Whatever, we'll get to about the chip. Okay. He made a big announcement and he told everyone. He says, okay. He says, okay. He calls them. That's Nasan HaNavi. He may call them all together. That's Nasan HaNavi ben Yo, Yada, as a Gebarim Shlomo Achiv Laikar. like we said, he's declaring himself the king. He's telling Evyasar, he's telling Yoav, but he's not telling the other people. Now, Yomi Nasan al Bathsheba. So now, Nasan HaNavi, he goes to Bathsheba, who was the mother of Shlomo HaMelech. Ein Shlomo Lema. Haloi Shema, did you hear Ki Malach Adoniyahu ben Chagis, that Adoniyahu ben Chagis decided he's becoming the king? And basically she wanted, what Nasan wanted was to let Dovid HaMelech know that Adonijah is making himself the king, and really and really Shlomo should be the king, right? He said Dovid doesn't know about this. You should tell him, and he should make Shlomo the king. If Dovid makes Shlomo the king, he'll be fine. Okay. Now, I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a eitzah malti as nafshcha, which can save your life as nafshcha b'nei Shlomo. It'll save your life of the life of Shlomo. What does that mean? Not to save your life. It means to say I'm going to save you from not becoming the king, right? Rashi says it means menamas plaikis. I'm going to save you from save your life because when there's machlokes, it's not good. So I'm going to do is I'm going to protect you now, and I'm going to pretty much get you in a position where you're going to go ahead to David. And what's going to happen is I'm going to go to David right now, and I'm going to go to David, and I'm going to tell David what's happening, and we're going to try to get David to make Shlomo the next Malach. Okay, everyone good so far? Yeah? Okay. Fine. L'chi by HaMelech David. He said, go to David. The Martin will tell him, Haloi ata Adonai HaMelech, v'nishbal HaMasecha, leimar, ki Shlomo bencha Yimlech acharei. Hu yoishem al kisei. Madu malach Adoniyahu. Nasan HaNavi, he tells Bathsheba, he says, go to your husband, go to Dovid HaMelech, and say, Adoniyahu, he's trying to make himself the king. And say, why is that happening? I thought Shlomo was going to be the king. That's what made up. Shlomo, the nevuah was that Shlomo should be the next Melech. Why is he doing that? Now, what I'm going to do is, while you, Bathsheba, go to David and tell him this, I'm going to pop in the middle. And me, Nasan HaNavi, is going to go in, and I'm going to reinforce it. Like, why is this happening? So he says, in my mouth, why are you talking? I'm coming after you. I'm going to fill in the words. I'm going to push it. I'm going to tell David, why is Adoniyahu becoming the Melech? It should be Shlomo. I tell you, Bathsheba Melech. So Bathsheba goes into the inner chamber. It's an interesting Gemara in Sanhedrin over here, by the way. The Gemara says, why did he go in the Charad inner chamber? So it's just interesting. It's part of the whole story. That means he went and he was he had relations with Bathsheba. What was the reason? Because we said it.
Dovid HaMelech.
Right. Dovid HaMelech had relations with his wife Bathsheba. Now, why now? What happened? Because Avishag didn't know.
Didn't we have it before with the bow and arrow they shot into the tent?
Yeah, but that was before he married her.
That was before.
Yeah. But now we're talking about they're married and it's all good.
Same lady.
Dovid HaMelech is ready. He's ready to die. So now, why did he go in the chamber? So Avishag thought, why doesn't David want to marry him? He must be too old to be together. He must be too old. Now she didn't know. The reason is because he wanted her to be Basula. So she went ahead and she particularly now went with David to show that I'm not too old. David's not too old. That's not the reason. The reason is it's a whole different reason. Okay.
Why does that have to be? Because why couldn't it be he just didn't want to do an heir?
What's that heir? Why did he marry her?
He boiled somebody who's a psul, is not his wife.
He could marry. What Avishag wanted to know, why does David not want to marry me?
She has 20 wives.
But she didn't know that.
Max is 18.
Why does not tell her?
I don't know. She barely got the memo. So he went together with his wife to show that. So he can't divorce one because divorce one. Then the whole idea is he should be a basula.
No, right.
Yeah. I'm just putting it all together.
That's what you have to say that. So he had to prove to her.
I'm not too old.
I'm not too old.
I'm not too old.
I still got it.
Right. Anyway, she shows inside. V'amel zakim oid. That's the point. He's still very old. He's still good. Okay. And Avishag what? When she went inside, she was serving the Melech.
It's amazing. At 70, Zakim Moed.
And he's still. Avishag is there.
Today,
It's all good.
Putin could live to 150.
Okay, so they go inside. Vatika Bathsheba.
In the 60s.
Vatika Bathsheba. Vashtachel Melech. She goes inside. And she does a shtachel, a yerba, hamelech, malach. So Dovid says, what's going on? A time of I don't need a ton of spatel, a shalakachal, a masa, kishlam bilchayim, lacharei.
Divorce.
But who Yosh Vakise? Bathsheba says, I don't understand. You made a shvuah in Hashem's name that Shlomo, my son, is going to be the next melech. Why is Adoniyahu becoming the melech? Why is Adoniyahu becoming? Adoniyahu malach. He's became Adoniyahu melech lo yata. But apparently you didn't know about it. And now she's saying, what did he do? And he called out to Choban HaMelech, Evyasar Kohen, Yoav Tzar Taval, Shlomo Avcha Lekar. He invited a whole. He made a big party, and he didn't invite. Shlomo Avcha, and he didn't invite Shlomo and all the Avadim of Shlomo. Meaning Adonijah is making his own rebellion. And now she's telling this to her husband David. Okay. And now my husband Adoniyahu Melech, Eini Kol Yisrael Alecha. Everyone is watching what you're going to do. Lahagalahem, me, Yoshev Akisei, Adoniyahu Melech. Everyone's watching to see what are you doing about it now. Like, are you going to let Adoniyahu become the Melech, or are you going to say no? Shlomo should be the Melech. Like, what are you going to do? And then when you David Melech, you're going to in other words, when you die, you're going to lay with your fathers. And she's saying me and Shlomo bichatam. What's a chatam mean? Rashi says it means chaserim. We're going to be lacking. What does that mean? It means chaserim umenuim min hagdula. I'm going to be removed from greatness. In other words, if he becomes the king, then we're out. Right. Okay.
When did this happen that he promised that Shlomo would do?
I don't remember any psukim that I'm aware of. It's interesting, but it was obviously earlier, right? That in some nevuah. Right, that she was referring to. It says, "V'atay meloi ata shpat l'shem alkacha amasto."
He says that.
It was an avos or
it was a shvur. It says David swore.
It wasn't like a nevuah that he had. It was like Kubus Adil when they got married.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
The
this.
Bob of Reuven got married the second time.
No, I hear.
It was that Ben Caesar become the Rebbe.
Right, but he's asking when it was. As far as I'm aware, I don't remember any psukim in Shmuel Aleph or
They
Beis.
got married. They made an
Because the
arrangement.
Maisa Bathsheba, he's saying that he can get
The guy gets married the second
did
time.
Averas
It's like a
Right.
prenup.
or Yachiti.
Okay. But when did he swear that Shlomo is going to be the king?
It was that her children were going to continue to love their
I mean, it could be. I just don't remember. Okay.
I'm talking about when it says that he did Averas.
So it's good. It's good.
So here we're learning politics.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's telling David about saying,
Shlomo
all right, chatam means chaserim. Means we're going to be chaserim and a malucha.
The Radak says because of Bathsheba, because she was with that or Yachiti. I mean that because of that Maisa,
Right.
they're going to say that they must have done an Avera, and therefore he's not right to be king. No?
Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're referring to. We know the story about Sheva, but what does that have to do with this?
People are going to say we're not.
Oh,
right
he's
because
learning actually means chatam. Oh, very good, very good. Okay, I'm just going to punch with Rashi by here. It's a good shot. Okay. Vayigidu l'melech l'leima. So hine Nasan HaNavi ba. So it's like as we just said. So now all of a sudden Nasan HaNavi is a pop in, and he's going to reinforce the idea that why is Adoniyahu here? Shlomo should be the melech, right? So all of a sudden vayigidu l'melech l'leima hine hey Nasan HaNavi. Nasan HaNavi v'yavay l'vei melech shtachol l'melech al apav. So Nasan HaNavi walks inside and he does a shtachol to the king. Vayomer Nasan Adoniyahu melech. Ata Marta Adoniyahu melech acharei. Who Yoshev al kisei. So and he's sitting on the throne. So why is Adoniyahu here? Right? And not only that, today he went. Vayizbach Shor Mari Tzayin L'Roi Vayikral Chol B'nei HaMelech. And he made a big and he invited all the people. Sorry, Tzaval Evyasar Kohen. It's interesting. It skips out Yoav. Again, Adoniyahu today made a big party and he said, "I'm the king," and he invited Evyasar and he said Yoav, but he didn't tell anybody else, and he declared himself a self-proclaiming king. Like we said, he's repeating it. Now, maybe they didn't tell you about it. In other words, why do you tell us? He's trying to say like, almost like if you David knew about it, like why do you tell us? But he didn't know about it. So David got up and he said, "Kruli Bas-Sheva." Bring Bathsheba in the room. So apparently, when Nasan came in, she went out. Okay, he said, "Bring Bathsheba inside." And she stood there. So now you have Dovid HaMelech is old and sitting in his room, and Nasan HaNavi is there. Bathsheba is there. Vayishba HaMelech v'yomer. So Dovid HaMelech gets a Shiur v'yomer Chai Hashem Asher Pada Das Nashi. B'chol Tzara Hashem I'm Yeshua Hashem who saved me from all Tzara. that ki kasher nishpati loch b'Hashem Elokei Yisrael leima ki Shlomo bincha yimlach achrei. Who yosh v'akisi tachti Shlomo should be that's Melech. He should be yish v'tachti ki kain aser hayoy mazeh. He'll be my place. Like this, I do every day. I'll do even this today. No, it means I'm making the king today. Vatika Bas-Sheva apayim. She bowed artsa v'shtachul l'melech v'tayma chi Adoniyahu Dovid HaMelech. She said David shlu forever. In other words, she's giving her bracha. So Dovid HaMelech says the next king should be Shlomo. That's it. And what did he do about it? Yomi and David. So now Yomi and David, Kruli, Tzalga Kohen, Nasan HaNavi, Yoav and Evyasar. They all came in. All David's loyal people. Yomi and Melech Chui Machim Adonijah. Bring all of them. The special royal horse. So now we should ride Shlomo on this horse. You should bring him to the Gichan spring. Well, why the Gichan? Actually, means the Shulach springs. And the reason is, we see She'ei Mashiachas Malachim Ella Alamayin. In other words, we only make a king in front of water, in front of a spring. It's a symbol that it should go on, like water runs. It should continue. It should be continuous. Oh, very good. It's probably where it comes from.
We're going to go through to the end of the break.
I don't know what time is it. Okay, I think we should stop here. Yeah, I think stop here. I think in the future, just we can't go really past 8:30 because it's not fair. So okay, tomorrow we'll continue. Fair.